Righto, Aviel. You've had a few laps. I'm just going to try and put a baseline down so we can just compare the pair on the data. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Watch me have a shunt now.
Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, he's celebrating. He's celebrating getting into the shootout.
They're in the shootout! Yeah! P10, baby! You just had your run in the Gen 3 at Adelaide. How did you feel it went?
I feel it went okay for a first go. I feel I learned a lot by watching you.
Yeah.
When I jump back in, I reckon I've probably got a bit in.
So we've got the Motec here. So we, as you know, run the Motec in supercars. So it's only makes sense that we run it here as well. We've got our track map on the right. Looks very much like Adelaide.
It does.
Then we've got a variance, time variance, which we probably just won't worry about that for now. Engine RPM, your speed, which is in this graph here. Then your throttle, brake, steering, and your gears, but you're the same gears as me everywhere, so we won't worry about that for now. All the color traces are you, and all the white traces are me, which is like the baseline lap. So turn one, as we kind of said, you know, if you go a bit later under braking, I've just got that bit more brake pressure here, and you can see that I hold that little bit more pressure.
So I'm going early and rolling off.
Correct.
I realise the second I hit the brake, I go, I've gone too early here.
Yeah, and then you pick up the throttle earlier, but I'm able to ramp more here. So just that one corner is about half a second, because that then is the run up all the way to turn 4. Into turn 4 is, I got to say, is actually not that bad. I think for you...
Turning in too late?
Well, I was going to say, you're actually turning in a bit earlier, so like with a lot more lock.
Well, I feel like I'm rushing the lock too much, whereas you're
guiding
more
it
progressive.
Yeah, so you can see like here, we both sort of start turning in at the same point, but then I'm more like that. You're like, just praying for some front.
Panic lock,
I'm a little bit later into the left-hand at turn 5. And again, see how I just hold that brake to slow it down? So in this area, you can see I've been able to carry more speed in. My actual apex speed is the same. And then I've been able to clear the steering a bit quicker and get that just that little bit more throttle ramp. So, you know, just that in itself is 2 tenths. Same with the next one, another 2 tenths, 2 tenths. I actually thought this was quite good, your turn 8. You know, I was a lot less brake and I couldn't pick up the throttle earlier. I had to wait a lot longer to pick the throttle up. I got so much more understeer. I'm just trying to carry too much.
You were actually nudging the wall there.
Pretty much, correct. I took a left-hand mirror off there. Now this is probably a big area that, you know, you'd need to work on is your braking. You know, your biggest thing is the initial brake pressure. So that initial hit for you is 50%.
It's not good enough,
And then you're just extending that braking zone. Whereas what I'm doing is, you know, I'm braking, that's about 20:39 into the lap. I'm braking 30 metres later. But then, you know, the initial hit is 95%. And I'm holding that pressure. And you can see that deceleration rate is more of a straight line. And just the braking from here to here is 6 tenths. This is you, the colour, Have a look at where your peak brake is. At this point, you want to be coming off it. You're like hard brake, more lock. It's just nothing's doing. It's not helping you there. I mean, I'm still on brake, but you know, at the point your maximum brake, 96%, which is more brake pressure than you use at any point at the hairpin. So how do you explain that?
Again, it's panic braking.
Panic brake, and then look at that.
There's a lot of panic.
You're probably locked inside.
This is the data trace of a man under a lot of pressure.
That's it. There should be no pressure. It's not like we've got a few cameras recording or anything. Your gain from here to here is 1/10, right?
And it's such a huge
and
loss on the
watch
way
this.
out.
You've gone from being
There's like a
3.7
second,
down to 4.4.
Half a second there,
Not only are you carrying more speed in, you also try to pick up the throttle at the same point. And then you can see your lock. That is just on the rack stop, basically. Why don't you
get back in?
Get back in.
Let's do it.
After everything we've looked at here,
have another go.
Let's just focus on a couple of items, not every corner. I would say the staircase section, I wouldn't do too much there. The biggest things for me are
turn 9.
Turn 9 braking. Let's see if we can turn 10 or 11. Make that peak brake here and then roll out. a little bit less mid-corner speed at the last corner.
Yep. And there are our focuses. Let's go
And
with that.
Let's just go with that. Yep.
Let's see what we can do.
All right, guys, so I've just gone through all the data with AVL. He's going to jump back on now and hopefully find a little bit more speed, but stay tuned for part 3 to see how he goes.